softer charcoal pencil so that I can do my rendering and the contour like at the same time. So I'm cutting to the chase a little bit here. And this is where you can begin. I'm sorry, I didn't grab a stump. This is where you can start using your stumps if you want to, when you're doing your kind of finished rendering on your objects here. You can take one of the nice things about charcoal, or challenging things I guess you could say, is that it looks so black, it can look a little bit cartoonish or a little bit like a pen and ink line. So what the stump does is it just kind of fuzzes it a little bit. So it gives it a little bit of extra sense of reality. So you can imagine you're making this really black line and it looks a little harsh. But if you just take a stump and just kind of fuzz it a little bit, it just kind of makes it look a little softer, a little less harsh. So that's what your stump can do. Now I'm looking at the shape of the apple.
Do you run into any trouble with the stump if it's got the graphite residue on it and now it's mixing with the charcoal?
Not really.
Okay.
You can always wipe a little bit of it off on a clean part of your paper if you want to, but that is not going to interfere too much. The only problem that I really have with graphite, to be completely honest, is if you were to render really something with graphite. This is graphite, and then you try to go over it with charcoal. It just doesn't. It sort of partially sticks, but doesn't really stick.
Yeah.
But if you just did a very light graphite like this, and then go over it with charcoal, it won't be that big of a deal. It's only if you push really hard with the graphite. So I didn't want to mislead. You really have to put a lot of graphite down for you to have some trouble. Now I'm going to just, I can render with my pencil like this, or I can do it with vine charcoal. I kind of can go either way. The nice thing about vine charcoal is that, let me back up. I'll just tone this whole apple in.